All right, the second of his 11.
Of
And
Stein's,
this
yeah.
is Stein's 11, right? And so this is the designer teleological argument. So it says the second one is the design argument. It's also called the teleological argument. It says that the universe is wonderful and exhibits evidence of design or order. Things which show such wonderful design must have had a designer who is even more wonderful. And of course, that designer was God. So there is Stein's take on the design argument or the teleological argument. Now, what's his problem with this argument? He says, well, if the universe is wonderfully designed, surely God is more wonderfully designed, and he must therefore have had a designer even more wonderful than himself. And again, he gets into the same issue, right? Mm-hmm. Instead of having an eternal, God who is, infinite in all of his ways and that sort of thing, he wants us to have a designed God, right? He says if God did not require a designer, all right, then there's no reason why that such a relatively less wonderful thing as the universe, notice, needed one. Again, we're into a logical self-contradiction. So if God doesn't require a designer, then why would the universe require a designer, right? Well, again, I think we have a categorical mistake, right? There again, God is a whole different kind of being than the natural world, right? In terms of how we view things. But anyway, Pillows doesn't really comment on all of these, by the way.
Right.
He comments on some of them. And so this one, he kind of lets go with regard to, I think, his comments on this.
Right. But, you have the painting in the forest, and it's a beautiful painting. So you just go, well, it just exists in and of itself. There's no need for a more beautiful painter that paints those things. So we just, Stein would be A-okay by saying that the paint dripped from the trees and made a beautiful painting of the forest around itself. And so, these type of argumentations are juvenile. And he's supposed to be the guy of atheism in 1985, right? So, definitely take a look at the book and go through the transcripts of the arguments here, because obviously we can't present everything, or we just would be reading the book. And not only is that not as fun, but it's illegal, and we don't do illegal things here. Says my lawyer. So